In the world of bluegrass music, where tradition runs deep and innovation is often met with cautious resistance, Molly Tuttle stands out as a singular force. A virtuoso guitarist, soulful vocalist, and gifted songwriter, Tuttle has not only honored the genre's roots, but also pushed its boundaries, earning her a place among its most celebrated contemporary figures. At just 32 years old, she has already amassed an impressive array of accolades: Grammy Awards, International Bluegrass Music Association honors, and Americana Music Awards, while captivating audiences worldwide with her blend of technical mastery and heartfelt storytelling. Molly Rose Tuttle was born on January 14, 1993, in Santa Clara, California, and raised in nearby Palo Alto. Music was woven into the fabric of her life from the start, thanks to her father, Jack Tuttle, a respected multi-instrumentalist and bluegrass instructor. Jack's own journey with music began on a farm in Illinois, where he played alongside his banjoist father and absorbed the sounds of the Grand Ole Opry and local bluegrass festivals. When he moved to the Bay Area, he brought that passion with him, eventually passing it down to his children. Molly picked up the guitar at age 8, guided by her father's patient encouragement. "My dad brought me home a little guitar, and he would sit with me whenever I wanted to play it and show me something," she once recalled. Unlike the violin or piano, earlier attempts that didn't stick, the guitar felt right. When Molly was 12, she had earned enough money busking around Palo Alto to buy her first Martin guitar. She proudly walked into Griffin Strings with $2,000. The owner, Richard Johnston, counted the cash, and Molly took possession of her guitar. She later sold it to a family member, and now it's on display at the Musical Instrument Museum in Phoenix. Here's a glimpse of Molly at 12 playing that guitar with her brothers Sullivan and Michael.
I think so.
By age 11, she was performing on stage with Jack, and at 13, she recorded her first album, The Old Apple Tree, a collection of duets with her father. Around this time, she also joined the family band, the Tuttles, alongside her brothers Sullivan and Michael, and their friend mandolinist A.J. Lee. The group became a fixture on the California bluegrass scene, earning accolades from the Northern California Bluegrass Society and dazzling audiences with their youthful energy and skill. Growing up, Molly was surrounded by the sounds of bluegrass pioneers like Bill Monroe, the Stanley Brothers, and Hazel Dickens, whose raw authenticity resonated with her. Yet her musical world wasn't limited to tradition. Living in the eclectic Bay Area exposed her to a wide range of influences, folk, rock, and beyond, which would later shape her distinctive sound. After graduating from Palo Alto High School in 2011, Tuttle's talent earned her merit scholarships to the prestigious Berklee College of Music in Boston, where she enrolled in the American Roots music program. Berklee is the home of many well-known musicians, including Quincy Jones, Steven Tyler, John Mayer, and Meghan Trainor. There, she focused on guitar performance and songwriting, immersing herself in a community of like-minded musicians. "Going to Berklee gave me this built-in community," she has said, noting how it connected her with peers who would become lifelong collaborators, including some who later joined her in Nashville. While at Berklee, as only a second semester student, she was invited to perform on the Prairie's Home Companion, where she performed a duet with her dad, Jack Tuttle.
We were waltzing one night in Kentucky, 'neath the beautiful harvest moon.
At Berklee, Tuttle's horizons expanded. She delved into music theory, explored improvisational styles, and experimented with genres like jazz and blues. This period refined her already formidable guitar skills, particularly her flatpicking, clawhammer, and cross-picking technique, while deepening her understanding of the fretboard.
Raking down on the strings, like that, and as my hand goes down, my thumb catches on one of the low strings, either the 5th string or the 6th string, and then when my hand comes back up, I pluck the low string with my thumb. And on the banjo it would be the high 5th string because the 5th string is higher than the other strings, but on guitar it creates this droning bass note sound.
It also sparked a creative evolution as she began to see bluegrass not as a rigid framework, but as a foundation for personal expression.
When I was really young, I loved listening to bluegrass and old-time music like Hazel Dickens, Bill Monroe, Stanley Brothers, just stuff my dad listened to basically, and the albums he put on around the house were that kind of like older bluegrass stuff. When I was studying at Berklee College of Music in Boston, I kind of went into it a little guarded, like I don't know if I know I'm going to kind of like a primarily jazz school. I don't know any music theory. By the end of my time there, I felt like my mind had been open to all these different styles of music that in a way I was scared, like learning about different kinds of music or trying to learn different kinds of music and different pieces on the guitar would like change the way I was playing. But in a way it gave me more freedom to kind of find who I was on the instrument.
During her time in Boston, Tuttle joined the all-female bluegrass group, the Goodbye Girls, alongside Allison DeGroot, Lena Johnson, and Brittany Carlson. The band blended bluegrass with jazz and Swedish folk influences, releasing an EP, Going to Boston, in 2014, and an album, Snowy Side of the Mountain, in 2016. She also recorded a duet EP, Molly Tuttle and John Maylander, showcasing her versatility and growing confidence as an artist. In 2015, after graduating from Berklee, Tuttle made the leap to Nashville, the epicenter of roots music. The move marked a turning point. Her debut solo EP, Rise, in 2017, funded through a crowdfunding campaign, introduced her as a songwriter of depth and sensitivity. Produced by Kai Welch and featuring guests like Daryl Scott and Kathy Kallick, the 7-song collection earned critical acclaim and multiple IBMA nominations, signaling her arrival on the national stage. That same year, Tuttle made history as the first woman to win the IBMA Guitar Player of the Year award, a feat she repeated in 2018. The accolade was a watershed moment, not just for her, but for women in bluegrass, a genre long dominated by male instrumentalists. The old women can't play thing, that's gone, said Jerry Douglas, the legendary dobro player, who would later produce her Grammy-winning album, Crooked Tree. Tuttle's wins were a testament to her jaw-dropping skills. Her fingers move with a speed and precision that leave audiences in awe, and a sign of shifting tides in the industry. In 2018, she joined forces with Alison Brown, Missy Raines, Sierra Hall, and Becky Buller to form the First Ladies of Bluegrass, a supergroup of women who had each broken ground as IBMA Instrumentalist of the Year. Their performances, including a standout set at the Rocky Grass Festival, inspired a new generation of players, particularly among young women and girls who saw themselves reflected on stage. We had women coming up to us crying, Tuttle recalled. It resonated with people in this way, and that's just a good feeling. Signed to Compass Records by Alison Brown, Tuttle released her debut full-length album, When You're Ready, in 2019. Produced by Ryan Hewitt, the record showcased her songwriting prowess and a sound that stretched beyond bluegrass into roots pop and folk. Tracks like Take the Journey and Light Came In, Power Went Out blended her crystalline voice with electric guitar flourishes, earning praise for their authenticity and ambition. The album's success was followed by But I'd Rather Be With You in 2020, a covers collection that spanned FKA Twigs to the Rolling Stones, recorded during the pandemic and highlighting her eclectic taste. Around this time, Tuttle also opened up about a personal challenge, her lifelong experience with alopecia areata, an autoimmune condition that causes hair loss. Diagnosed at age 3, she had worn wigs for years to mask it, a decision that brought relief from childhood stares, but also a sense of secrecy. In 2019, during National Alopecia Awareness Month, she removed her wig in a live video, revealing her baldness to fans. The moment was liberating, and her subsequent advocacy, including fundraising for the National Alopecia Areata Foundation, has made her a beacon for others with the condition. After exploring broader musical terrain, Tuttle returned to her bluegrass roots with Crooked Tree in 2022, her None Such Records debut. Co-produced with Jerry Douglas and featuring her band Golden Highway, Bronwyn Keith Hines, Dominic Leslie, Kyle Tuttle, and Shelby Means. The album was a love letter to the genre, infused with her own perspective. Songs like the title track and Dooley's Farm with Billy Strings brimmed with feminist themes and modern narratives, earning widespread acclaim. Crooked Tree won the Grammy for Best Bluegrass Album in 2023, and Tuttle's nomination for Best New Artist, the first for a bluegrass act, underscored her crossover appeal. The follow-up, City of Gold in 2023, also produced with Douglas, continued this trajectory, weaving tales of gold miners, lost love, and California landscapes. With standout tracks like El Dorado, co-written with Ketch Secor, and a duet with Dave Matthews on Yosemite, the album clinched another Grammy for Best Bluegrass Album in 2024. That year, Tuttle and Golden Highway also swept the IBMA Awards, winning Album of the Year, Song of the Year, and Female Vocalist of the Year, cementing her status as a bluegrass luminary. Tuttle's latest release, the 2024 EP Into the Wild, offers a glimpse of her restless creativity, featuring originals like Getaway Girl and covers of Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit and Kate Wolf's Here in California with Jack Tuttle and A.J. Lee. It's a journey through her influences and imagination. This song is about getting lost in the wilderness, even if it's just in the forest of your mind, she said of the title track, co-written with Secor. The EP, like her career, defies easy categorization, blending bluegrass with psychedelic and folk elements. Molly Tuttle's rise has been meteoric, but it's her authenticity that keeps her grounded. She's a bridge between bluegrass past and its future, honoring its traditions while carving out space for new voices, especially women's. Her technical brilliance, paired with a voice that's both delicate and powerful, has earned her fans across genres and generations. From festival stages like Telluride Bluegrass to the hallowed Ryman Auditorium, she performs with a joy and confidence that's infectious. As she continues to evolve, Tuttle remains committed to community. The City of Gold she describes as the bond between her band, and their audience. One of the things I love most about this music is how so much of the audience plays music as well, she said. They inspire me to keep writing songs in the hopes that people will sing along and maybe play those songs with their friends. In doing so, she's not just preserving bluegrass, she's ensuring it thrives, one blazing guitar solo and heartfelt lyric at a time.